There was a religious television program called Highway, presented by Harry Seacombe, and he used to go around the schools, and Harry Seacombe used to sing. It terrified children. And my dad's school was featured on it. He was the headmaster of the school. And he was saying to the producer of Highway, "I've got a great idea for a kids show." And the truth was he didn't. He didn't have a great idea for a kids show at all. What he had was an education kit he was working on based around a kids newspaper. But he always knew that I wanted to be a writer. So he was always looking for opportunities to try and put forward that idea. The producer of Highway said, yeah, fine, good, go away. And then a couple of years later, the producer of Highway's girlfriend, Sandra Hasty, got in touch with my dad and said, "I'd like to develop your idea as a children's television program, but I have no money to give you," which is a very typical thing for people in television to say. And my dad, ever the opportunist, never on the lookout for me, said, "Okay, but only if my son can write it." And Sandra said, quite rightly, she said, "There's absolutely no possibility of your son writing this. We're going to get a proper writer to write this. But seeing as I'm giving you no money, I will agree to read his script and tell him what's wrong with it." And my dad came to me and said, "Oh, fantastic, I've got you this great opportunity." And I said, "Oh, Dad, I don't want to write children's television, I want to write serious theatre," said the future showrunner of Doctor Who. But I wrote the script anyway. And Sandra Hasty, Sandy as I knew her, absolutely loved the script I'd written, rather to my surprise. One day my dad phoned the school I was working in as a teacher and said, "Sandra Hasty absolutely loves your script. She wants you to write the show." And I put down the phone and said, with great optimism, "I'll be out of the school in under a year." And I was. So I set to writing Press Gang and taking it very, very seriously and desperate to get out of my teaching job and into television. And that's how it came about. I mean, looking back on it, none of that was certain. None of that was established. I just thought it would be. I just thought, well, the moment I get anywhere near it, it'll all happen. But thank God it did.